is going on, YouTube? Welcome back. We are doing a first ever box opening here on the channel. Typically I don't open boxes of cards. It's usually a pretty big waste, but this set specifically has so much value for what we're looking for. I'm a huge Drytron fan. The new Drytron support's incredible. I love the Exodia cards that are coming out in this set. They're incredible. I love the new Fiendsmith archetype that's coming out. It's really just meta powerful, so I want to use it in some decks that I'm going to be running outside of the main series. There's also a new Trap Dominus Purge that's a really cool bit of support for light-based strategies or wind-based strategies, really anything that isn't fire, water, and dark. So really excited to let all of those kind of rip here. Hopefully we get some stuff. There's also the new Merlinia card, can't remember the name of it, the new Max C, that's secret rare, and also because this is a premiere weekend, we do have an extra pack and a really dope Field Center. So we'll set this pack aside, we'll do this one last, but the Field Center is really cool. It's got this awesome color scheme of the blue with Exodia's gold and brown tans. I love that a lot. So let's go ahead and hop in. 24 packs here we're gonna be able to go into. We'll do the full store presentation thing. I still don't know why they do boxes like this. I like the fact they do, it's cool, but I don't really know, aside from a minor aesthetic, why they open the way they do. So let's go ahead and open up this first pack. We'll start on this side because it is upside down. Could be good luck. Maybe we'll get a dope QCR. Who knows? We do here on the channel respect our comments. So we'll be looking at every single card we get, not just the holos, but I'll be sleeving up every holo we get as we go. So Gimmick Puppet Rogue Doll, heard the Gimmick Puppet stuff is good. Golem that guards the Millennium Treasures, good for Exodia. Interdimensional Matter Forwarder. Desperpard, that's really cute. And for our first holo, we have Gimmick Puppet Fantastic Machinex. Blazing Bombardment Beast, it's one machine and one pyro. I do not know what this is for. I should probably move closer to the center of the frame. Dark End Evaporation Dragon, Trap Gatherer, and Medolce Mini Meow Karoons. So, very cool so far. Let's go ahead and sleeve up our first super rare. Nothing too crazy, but fun. There is also a really good common in here that people thought was going to be a lot higher rarity. I think it's Goddess of the Closed Moon. She is the level 2 version, or level 2 iteration of Underworld Goddess. Oh my god! Okay, there's a QCR in this pack. We're going to go, there's 9 cards. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. So first one, Zapper Shrimp. 2, Drytron New 2. Perfect. New Drytron card. I'm going to set that aside because that's super hype. Sengen Kaiho, new Tenpai Dragon support. Knight Armed Dragon, Armored Knight Dragon, super cool. So we've got our common pile. Once again, I just saw there is a QCR. This is hype. I've never pulled a QCR like this. That's so unbelievably cool. Let's go ahead and go for it. We've got Cosmo Queen, Queen of Prayers, Fiendsmith's Lacura, gonna be huge. We've got Dipsy Fiend, and our QCR, oh, it's the next one. Ragnarika Selene Snapper. It is a spell card. Wedju Temple QCR. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 25th anniversary logo. That is so hype. Great for the Exodia strategy. Gonna sleeve that up immediately. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, that's goosebumps right there. I've never in a set like this pulled a quarter-century secret rare. That's so cool. Okay, that makes the day. That's definitely the best pull we're gonna get. That's so hype. No idea on values or anything like that, but I don't really care. That's so cool. I've got a binder full of quarter-century rares. I'm gonna put that in. That's so sick. Okay, Meteoroa Drytron, that's really good for the Drytron strategy, definitely putting that aside. DPH Gindamore, we have Depresspard, Service Puppet Play, our holo is Drytron Medianus DA Draconids. That's hype, that's such a good card for the strategy. New boss monster that does a little bit of extra stuff that I'll have to go into later when I do a deck profile, but that is so hype. Oh, this is such a good box so far. Kabocho's Hinamatsuri, Light End Sublimation Dragon, that's 10, and Sylvie of the White Forest. Very cool so far. Let's put this right here so it's nice in frame, my QCR. So great box. I don't know if that takes the place of one of the secret rares. It is an ultra rare upgrade, so it might take the place of one of the ultra rares. I do not know how quarter century rares work, but that is so cool. Eblemus Salvation, Maiden of the Millennium Moon, Ragnaraka Selene Snapper, Paralyzing Mushroom. That's kind of cool. Our first super is C's Gimmick Puppet Fanatics Machinex. That's such a mouthful. 3-in-1. Barumi, and Medolce Meowcaroons. Oh, Cosmic Tree. Airmistill? Oh. I need to start sleeving up my supers. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm just so, like, over the moon at that QCR. We'll definitely put that on top, because that should absolutely be in frame. That's so hype. Hell yeah. Alright, next up. I would love to get the Exodia Fusion. The Exodia strategy is just so interesting to me. I really want to run it. It seems difficult and tricky. I know it gets better with the new Blue Eyes. So we will see Cosmo Queen, Mentotlin Sleepy, Interdimensional Matter Forwarder, Golem that Guards, and for our rare, Obliterate Blaze. That's big for the Exodia strategy as well. So definitely this is an Exodia box so far. Night Armed the Night Dragon, Light and Sublimation Dragon. I've heard this is actually pretty decent. And then Zapper Shrimp. Zapper Shrimp is such a cool card. I don't know how you'd ever get this out, but that's sick. Okay. Alright. Sleeve up Blaze as we build out our Exodia strategy. So there's just so much here in every rarity. I mean, obviously it's very top heavy. The secret rares in this set are good, but some commons, there's some really good stuff. Supers, there's really good stuff. Just kind of all around, there's really good value for getting packs of these that we don't see usually. So Fiend Reflection of the Millennium, that's huge for the Exodia strategy. I think it's a one of. Fiendsmith's Sanct, I don't know a ton about how these work, so I don't know how valuable that would be. Bet and Bat, I love. It's so cute. I don't know what it does. And for Fiendsmith's Death Ray, I saw the fusion. I was hoping that was Exodia, but I know this is a pretty important pivot piece in Fiendsmith, so we'll definitely take that. That's 10. Dragon's Light and Darkness. Interesting. That actually has a little bit of applicability in what's called Blue Eyes, because it can help you get into Magia if you can shuffle one level 8 dragon monster and then do another level 8 with a different attribute. You can shuffle back Blue Eyes, bring out Chaos Max in your hand, and then Ultimate Fusion can get you to Magia. And then Moon of the Closed Heaven. Okay, that is the new Underworld Goddess Link monster that's really important for the Fiendsmith archetype. Drytron new 2, new main deck Drytron monster. Definitely gonna set that to the side. I think we're back at the front. So that is super hype. These packs have been so good. Oh, that's so cool. This has been blessed by everything. Such a lucky day. All right, let's keep going. We've got Rusia of the White Forest. I know the White Forest archetype is expensive. I do not know how good it's going to be, especially with a lot of the Synchro stuff banned now. Dolce Fiendsmith's Lacrima. We have Gimmick Puppet Rogue Doll, and for the rare one, we have our first ultra rare, Disa Blaster, the Negation Fortress. This one's interesting in some pendulum strategies. I actually like it a lot. Necroquip Princess, Dark End Evaporation Dragon. I've seen some people toy around with that. Dora is really cute. Is it maybe indirect support for Tenpai? That's what it looks like. And then Guardian of the Voiceless Voice. I know that people were surprised Voiceless Voice was still getting a little bit of support in this set, but I think it's to see. I don't know if it's going to ever get back to being as meta as it was, especially with Snake Eye Fiendsmith being as big as it's probably going to be, but still very exciting. So we have Fiendsmith's Sequence, Gimmick Puppet Cattle Scream, Aerial Eater. That artwork is awesome. Is it not? That's so cool. Woes of the White Forest, and for our holo, we have Exod Fires of Rage. Rather important. A little bit of something on the card there. Very important card, and I love that it is him firing against Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, or I think technically 3 Blue Eyes. Blazing Bombardment Beast, Mansion of the Dreadful Dolls, Belmonica Creation, and Kabocho's Hinamatsuri. These cards are so damn hard to say out loud. Ugh, but so hype. Put it here. I want Wedger Temple to be up top there. I'll probably just start doing set it to the side for us. Ah, so cool. If I end up getting enough of the Exodia stuff and picking up enough of it to run, because you won't get all of it from one box, I might run that as my field spell, because I know the field spell is pretty important for the strategy. Dipsy Fiend, Fiendsmith's Lacrima, Service Puppet Play, Madolce Dessert, and for our holo we have Mimigol Cerberus. This strategy looks so cute. I forgot to mention it. I actually really like the way Mimigol looks. It seems like it's got such an interesting play style that I am really interested in maybe building it and you know, testing it out. So I think it's gonna be really cool. Volmina, Statue of the Sacred Dragon. That looks kind of hype. Very cool. So yeah, Mimigol, I think, I mean, most TCG exclusive archetypes aren't very good, just flat out. But if this one ends up being that way, I would really like to see how it plays. Right now, I don't think there's a chance it's gonna be meta. It seems like it could be local fun, but I think maybe with a second round of support, it could really do something. And, you know, we gotta see what gets banned first. Focus for me. There we go, that'll work. Fiendsmith's Sequence, Aerial Eater, such cool art. League of Uniform Nomenclature Strikes, Gimmick Puppet Rogue Doll, and our holo is Fiendsmith's Requiem, our first secret. Oh, that looks so good in the light. That looks really good. So this is the Link monster. It's really the start of the Fiendsmith's combo. That is so hype. We'll definitely take that. Monica Creation, Broomy, Guardian, and Dragon's Light and Darkness. So I've seen a lot of people pull Requiem, which makes me think maybe some of the other secret rares are short printed, but this is super hype because it will be in demand. It's gonna be a really good card if you're planning on playing Fiendsmith. I'm probably gonna build out some of the strategy because it is just gonna be so dominating, but we'll gladly take that. All right, so moving right along, we have Betten Bat, Ragnaraka Selene Snapper, Maiden of the Millennium Moon. I think this is an important one of in the Exodia strategy. You have Millennium Treasure, I think it's maybe 2 or 3 of. And then for our holo, Beware the White Forest. Okay, so this is definitely good for the White Forest archetype. Zapper Shrimp, Volemia, Madolce Meow Caroons, and Drytron Mewtwo. Finally have a playset of the new Drytron card. I think it's only going to be, excuse me, in my build, I think I'm only going to run maybe 1 or 2 of Mewtwo. I do not think I'm going to be running a full playset in the deck from what I remember, but it is a really good pivot piece, and I'm just super excited for Drytrons to be back. It helps that not a lot of people are running Bestials anymore, because that was definitely a huge detriment, or pretty much killer for the deck. All right, Meteor Drytron, good. I think that's maybe a one of. We'll see. Cosmo Queen, the Queen of Prayers, Paralyzing Mushroom, Interdimensional Matter Forwarder, and our last holo on this side, Lord of the Missing Barrows, super cool. Necroquip Princess, Gimmick Puppet Little Soldiers, Mansion of the Dreadful Dolls, and Trap Gatherer. I've heard people talking about Gimmick Puppet. I cannot imagine that it's going to really make a difference on the meta, but it would be cool to see. I'd definitely be down for that. So half of the box is down. We've pulled a secret rare that's really good. We've pulled a QCR and pretty much the Drytron stuff we need. I'd like another copy of DA Dragonids just to be safe, but I'm feeling pretty damn good. So starting the second half of the box, we have Mintotlin Shaleepy. I've heard the Mintotlin stuff gets up, or Mintotlin stuff gets really good. Cosmo Queen, the Queen of Prayers. DPH Gindamore. I do not know if DPH is a strategy or not, so forgive me on that. Paralyzing Mushroom, and we've got Beware the White Forest again. So the artwork is really pretty. I really like that. It catches the light very nice. Zapper Shrimp, Necroquip Princess, Gimmick Puppet Little Soldiers, and Mansion of the Dreadful Dolls. So cool so far. I don't think I'm going to build out the White Forest stuff. The only Synchro archetype that I really like is Blue Eyes. And I'm really hoping that we get the new Trap, Dominus Purge, because that is kind of indirect Blue Eyes support. It can be recurred by Tyrant Dragon. You can use it from the hand and not really suffer any effects. Just a really nice piece of support, so I'd really like to see that. Depressed Pard, Mintotlin Shaleepy, Woes of the White Forest, DPH Gindamore, and for our first holo, we have a second Wedgyu Temple. Okay, so an ultra rare Wedgyu Temple to go along with the quarter century rare. If it's a one of, I'll probably save this in a binder and use this in the deck, but that is so hype. Kabocho's Hinamatsuri, Night Armed Dragon, Light End Sublimation Dragon, and Cosmic Tree Ermitil. So that is really cool. Just so hype. We're getting more and more of the Exodia stuff, which is the deck I was probably most excited to run out of everything. It just seems the most fun, honestly. The other stuff looks really cool, like Fiendsmith is going to be meta, so having access to it is important. But in terms of what looks to be the most fun playstyle, it's definitely Exodia. So Rushia of the White Forest, Gimmick Puppet Cattle Scream, Iblima Salvation, Fiend Reflection of the Millennium, and the holo is Gimmick Puppet Fantastic Machinex, Dora, Vesper Gearsu, Dark End Evaporation Dragon, Blazing Bombardment Beast. The Gimmick Puppet stuff, I don't entirely understand. I know it's supposed to be okay. The only Gimmick Puppet thing I really know is how to get Gimmick Puppet locked with Branded, which is not the most exciting. So, all in all, not really my cup of tea. Fiendsmith's Sanct, Golem that guards the Millennium Treasures, Service Puppet Play, Ragnaraka, and our holo is Obliterate Blaze. I don't know how many you run in the deck, but we'll definitely take 2. A playset probably isn't the worst idea either. That's 10. Sengen Kaiho, Moon of the Closed Heaven, good to see, and Sylvie of the White Forest. So Moon of the Closed Heaven, very important as we pick up more and more of the Fiendsmith stuff. It is going to be a little bit artificially expensive right now. Do not feel like you need to rush out and buy it right now. It's going to be more expensive because of the NAWCQ kind of leading to a lot of buyouts. People trying to buy it artificially, pump up the value. Don't get brought into it. Buy it in about 2 weeks when values start going down. Bet and Bat, Fiendsmith Sequence, Maiden of the Millennium Moon, and finally we have Fiendsmith Desiree. Second time that it has got me with the fusion right there. 3-in-1, Kabocho's Hinamatsuri, Cosmic Tree Armistill, and Guardian of the Voiceless Voice. I don't know what Cosmic Tree is support for, but the last word is very difficult to pronounce, so bit of pain in my ass. That's absolutely fine. As we keep going right along, Fiendsmith's Lacrima, Interdimensional Matter Forwarder, DPH Gindamore. We have Depressed Pard, and since I spoiled it, we do have a second copy of the Ritual. That's dope. I really wanted 2. I don't know what I'm going to run them at, whether it be 1 or 2, but I'm glad to see it. Sublimation Dragon being very cool. I think they have a fusion in this box as well, Light and Darkness Dragon, so definitely interesting to see. But we'll go ahead and sleeve up Meteonis. Very cool. We're entering the last little bit of the box. I'm feeling good. We did pull the QCR, so I really can't complain. Would love to get a copy of the Max C card or the main deck Fiendsmith starter. Those are the big targets, I think, in this deck. Puppet Rogue Doll, and Puppet Cattle Scream. This could be it. Dark Magic Mirror Force. I was hoping, because I saw it was a trap. I was like, oh, what if it's the one? But okay, Dark Magic Mirror Force, very cool. Shrinking Sarcophagus support. So you have the White Forest. 3-in-1, Sengen Kaiho, and Blazing Bombardment Beast. One thing I wish they'd done in the Shining Sarcophagus stuff, they've done a recolor of Dark Magician. I wish in that duel, the Duel of Fates, whatever it's called, they had actually given Yugi Moto a different alternate art of Dark Magician, since they did introduce that at least one alternate art Dark Magician does exist in universe. I wish we could have seen that, but I get why they didn't. Ursi of the White Forest, Aerial Eater, Fiend Reflection of the Millennium, Iblima Salvation for our next holo. Unstoppable Exodia! There we go! Oh, the big boss monster himself. 5 Forbidden 1 monsters. The fusion that is so good. Really makes the strategy. That is really cool to see. Oh, that is hype. So we've got a lot of the deck built out so far, and including one at high rarity. That is so hype. We will gladly sleeve that up and start building out this strategy. I don't know if it works at all with the branded stuff. Whenever a fusion deck comes out, that's my first thought, is how do we mix it with branded. I don't know if that's necessarily a great thing for this deck, but we shall see. I'm going to look into some builds later. Paralyzing Mushroom, the League of Uniform Nomenclature Strikes, Dipsy Fiend, Fiendsmith's Sanct, and for our holo we have Lord of the Missing Barrows, Drytron Mewtwo. I think that's our 4th copy, that's fine. Trap Gatherer, Night Armed Dragon, the Armored Night Dragon, and Moon of the Closed Heaven. Still can't believe Moon of the Closed Heaven is only a common. That's kind of wild, all things considered. So we're down to our last 3 packs of the box, plus the extra one we were given because it is a premiere. So, Mimitotlin Schleepy, Cosmo Queen, the Queen of Prayers, DPH Gindamore, Paralyzing Mushroom, and a fusion card. Mimitotlin, oh my god, Tekutlika? Creation King. That is impossible to say. And it's so hard to read. I feel like a grandpa, but that is just impossible to try and make its way through. I mean, look at this compared to like the art, how small the text is. Good grief. They say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is complicated, but I don't believe me. Alright, last 2. I think this, if it's mapped the same way, I think this is our secret rare. I'm going to do the one behind it, just in case. It could be a bad call, but we're going to try. So, and we could not get a secret rare because we did get the QCR, which is fine by me. Would love to see the new Perlinia, but that is fine. Cosmo Queen, Fiendsmith's Lacrima, Dipsy Fiend, Ragnaraka, and our holo is Mimighoul Maker. Haven't seen a ton of Mimighoul stuff. I don't know if it's all high rarity or what, but we've not seen much of it. Night Armed Dragon, Sengen, Kaiho, Drytron Mewtwo, definitely got enough of them, and Zapper Shrimp. I think I have a playset at least of Zapper Shrimp, which has been a lot. But yeah, for all the supers we've pulled, we've not pulled a lot of the Mimighoul strategy, so definitely have to pick that up. I think it's going to be pretty cheap, all things considered. I think I'm going to slap this for luck. I think for the lesser, I don't want to say lesser quality, but lesser valued strategies, I think Mimighoul is going to be the cheapest. I think the Zodia is going to be surprisingly pricey, is my guess. We'll see. Rushia of the White Forest, Aerial Eater, Service Puppet Play, Madolce Dessert, and our holo, Fiendsmith's Tract. Okay, so this is our secret rare. I know absolutely nothing about this specific card. I have not seen anyone pull it. Add 1 light fiend monster from the deck to your hand, so a searcher, then discard 1 card. I know it's a good thing sometimes to get these in the grave, so that seems big. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon 1 fusion. Okay, so that's actually pretty important. It seems like a little bit of damage up there. No, just something on it. Okay. Okay, so that seems big. I don't know enough of what your ratios are with Fiendsmith cards in the deck, but that seems big. We'll gladly go ahead and sleeve that up. So 2, I think, both our secret rares were Fiendsmith cards, which is interesting because the other one was yeah, Fiendsmith Requiem. So definitely good. I think Requiem was on both card arts too, so very cool. Hopefully that helps make the purchasing of the Fiendsmith archetype a lot cheaper for us, because it looks pricey. So moving right along, we have 1 final pack. This is our premiere pack, and we'll be out of here. Let's go ahead and rip on into it. So we have another copy of Rushia of the White Forest, Aerial Eater, Fiend Reflection of the Millennium, Iblima Salvation, and our holo is Var, Valmonican Concord. I have never played Valmonica. I think the artwork on the initial 2, that was like very storybook, looks good. This is a similar aesthetic, but I don't think it's executed quite as well. The Limia Statue of the Sacred Dragon, Valmonica Creation, and Vesper Gearsu. Oh, that's 10. Cool. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I know we don't usually do these. We are not going to do these a lot moving forward, just because it is a little bit, in my opinion, a waste. Today we got super lucky. Just with these 2 secrets, obviously our QCR, and then a bunch of really cool ultras, including the Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate, which is hype. A copy of Wedge U Temple. Just kind of pulling out some of the good stuff here to show off. And then, of course, we got the Drytron stuff we wanted, including 2 copies of DA Draconids, which, I'll be honest, were what we were really hoping for, was just to pull up all of the Drytron stuff we needed so we didn't have to go back in the well. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. We're going to be doing a lot more content as I get better at editing, getting stuff out, and I'll explain kind of where I've been later on. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And like we always say, I hope to see you around sometime.